Well, I introduce myself. Yeah, I'm Patricia. I live in Buenos Aires, Argentina. I've got 2 daughters. One of them, the youngest is Deborah, and the youngest is yes, that's okay. Deborah, and the older is Belém.
Okay, fantastic. And how did you hear about Let's Start Talking?
Well, I know in Facebook. I stay in Facebook, and then appear this publication about Let's Start Talking.
Okay.
Yes. Luke 1, verses 1 through 1:4. Most honorable Theophilus.
Most honorable Theophilus.
The honorable Theophilus. Many others have tried to give a report of the sin that's happened among us to complete God's plan. What they have written agrees with what we learned from the people who saw those events from the beginning. They also served God by telling people his message. I studied it all carefully from the beginning. Then I decided to write it down for you in organized way. Organized way. I did this so that you can be sure that what you had been taught is true.
What you have been taught is true. Report. When, that is an interesting word, report. When do you usually give a report?
I? For example, I give a report to my husband about my daughter, of if I have a problem with something, and report to him.
That's right. Yeah. So we can give reports in our everyday life. Yes. But then look at verse 2, number 2.
Lucas, number 2.
What they have written.
What they have written agree with that. We learned from the people who saw those events from the beginning. What they have written. That the other person that before have written agree about this.
So he read other people's reports.
Yes.
But then he also, and then what he also, it says he talked to people. The second part, what does it say? He learned from the people.
What we learn from the people. He said that Lucas, we learn from the another people.
Yeah. So what does that mean, to be true?
But I think that when I was, he said, for example, when I was, you have this, for example, a button.
Okay.
You can see this part, and I see that part. Or see this and that, and you see that. And you tell the story, the one form, and I tell the stories that the author wrote.
Mhm.
And Luke maybe wanted to say that who was the reason or who were the truth about this bottle, for example.
Okay, very good.
Right.
Well, I appreciate you talking with me about this first 4 verses.
Yeah.
And do you think we will, this time next week, will be okay for you again?
Yes, that's okay.
Yes. Well,
Well,
we want
thank
to
you
meet
very
then.
much.
I'm gonna.
I very, very, very happy talk with you, and I really appreciate your help.